Хочешь построить бизнес? Сделай первый шаг. Пройди секретный курс. Заходи на простор.bz.
Oh man, this is Lum, the Dapper Young Lad. This Dapper life is not a fad. And if you know anything, or if you actually taking time to read my dang bio, you know I love motherfucking cars. So, man, I just found this out. Telling you, this is the new hotness right here. If I don't know if y'all really into cars and y'all kept up with it from its concept. Obviously, is this concept car is not actually what's going to be in production. This is actually the 2017 Lincoln Continental, man. That's that new joint right here. This ain't even hit the screech yet right here. So you see, this thing actually looks pretty slick. The best thing about it, I think, is because the outside exterior kind of looks like a Jag. Looks like the XF. If you know anything about your Jags, looks like a Jag sedan, basically. You know, the XF. I don't know exactly what platform it is, how big it's actually going to be, but it's going to be pretty sizable, and it's so super dope. That is sexy. Look at that front end right there. It's got basically like the same. So let me hold up. I go through all these pictures with you. It's got a lot of amenities. It's like fucking loaded. It's actually stepping up there. You would, you nasty. You're gonna get gas poisoning. But no, this car has actually got a butt ton of this technology in this car. So I'm just showing you the lines. Super cool things. It's like little thing that's really cool on the car. I kind of pointed out here to y'all because I'm gonna show y'all what it actually looks like on the website, which is actually better. And the car. See, look at that on the car. See, like that's the front end. That's the biggest thing they are yelling about is that grill. So on this motherfucker, it's super dope. You also notice one thing is the jeweled eye lights. So it's basically got LED lighting, but they're actually individual. It's kind of like Acura has with their jeweled eye lighting. With that one, you got that on there. Then you got LED lighting around here as well. Then you got your fog lights just kind of hitting in there, which is pretty dope. This car's got all the modern amenities, adaptive cruise control, heated and cooled seats, blah, blah, blah. That's the back end of it. Super, super sexy car, man. This ain't really what you expect from an American automaker, man. It's not really that dope. Let me go over here and show you guys. Let me go over here to this little tab right here. My shit just fell down. But this is a picture of the inside right there. So that's the back seat. As you see, they stepping the game up right there because you're going to have like an entertainment console. If you know anything like about BMW 7 Series, it has that available option in the back for like heated, cooled. Actually got reclining rear seats in this thing, man. Super, super dope stuff in here. Got a lot of your stereo controls and stuff like that. Not uncommon, but just something that you see in very luxurious vehicles. It's got some new Revell stereo system in there, 19 speaker system that's available in there. Let me see if I can pull it. So that's the third picture right there on the website. Let's go back to the other side so you can see a little bit more about that. That's the interior dash. This thing's going to have Sync 3, which is Ford's infotainment system on that joint. So super dope. A little background about me. I used to work for Acura and I used to work for Ford. So I know the Sync 3 system pretty well. Super dope stuff. You can use Apple CarPlay in that joint. You do a lot of touch. That means it's actually going to have touch sensitivity in there, so you can actually like pinch the zoom and pull out the widen out with your hands on there. So super dope stuff in the Sync 3, and you're gonna have all this stuff with like voice command stuff like this on this car. Super, super dope. It's actually gonna have a twin turbocharged 3.0 liter V6, which is supposed to be giving you about 400 horsepower and 400 pounds of torque. If you actually know what torque is, you'll be impressed by that. And this is the new this is the seating. So look at the interior. Them seats look super comfortable. It's like America's finally stepping up their damn car game, which is super, super dope. This is super dope. And you see, they don't really show it. Dual pane sunroof is going to be available on that joint. That's going to be super dope. This thing's going to have adaptive cruise control on this motherfucker. This is going to be fucking tight. 30-way power seats, by the way. And it's got the E-latch thing. So basically, there's no door handles. Like it's not a door handle. So it's the E-latch joint. I just read about this shit. So the E-latch, shout out to the Royals though, right? Got my powder white jersey on. This is a throwback for real, powder white, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but E-latch door handle. So basically it's like a button on the inside of the door handle. So it's not a traditional door handle where you pull it. It's actually gonna hit the button on the inside and it's motorized and it'll come out. That's actually kind of dope though. Like I said, it's projected to have 400 horsepower on this thing. Let me show you the outside of some more pictures like they got it. So you can see LED lighting. That thing looks slick. It's a lot different than what it was in the concept. One thing I wish they would have kept in the concept is like the lights. Each one of these individual lights, I think it's 5 of them in each headlight, they actually were the Lincoln symbol. That would have been so dope because most luxury people that buy luxury cars, they love attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? So the attention to detail, having the Lincoln symbols in the headlights, that shit would have just turned the streets upside down. But the grill looks fucking dope. Look at those nice deep swope lines. Like that's a meaty looking car right there. You throw some Fogiatos on there, that's just gonna be nasty. That is a fucking clean ass car. America's kind of coming back with the punch. And then that's the kind of look at the door handle right there. And then let me go up here and see if y'all can see some more of these pictures. And then that's a little bit of look at the car again, kind of on the road and shit. That shit is super, super, super tough. That mug is clean. That's a clean car, man. It's gonna be like the next 300. I guarantee it's gonna flood the block, but it ain't as cheap as a 300. So I think they got 3 different engine options they're coming out with. Like the biggest one's gonna be a twin turbocharged V6, which is gonna give you, this is the EcoBoost technology that they got in there. That's the kind of look of the interior. Oh, another cool thing that this thing got. So they took a lot of shit from like other, this kind of stuff that. So like the stuff they got is stuff that's already out there. Like that one, it's got the 360 camera. So actually in the Lincoln symbol, there's a camera in that joint. That's basically the same shit that Audi has with their bird's eye view. They was like, Audi was the first one with that joint with the bird's eye view. But they're gonna have the bird's eye view if you look actually down on. Let me show you. Right here, if you look, that's a picture of the car itself. So you'll be able to see everything around the car. And they also did some other shit where you actually don't actually have a shifter. You got to hit the buttons on that joint. So you actually got to hit the button like put in park, reverse drive, and they got to have a sports mode. And it's got adaptive cruise control, which is super cool. It's actually going to have adaptive cruise control where you can actually stop and start it. What I mean by stop and start it, the car is going to be able to bring itself to a complete stop. And then once you actually are ready to drive the car again, or green light, red light go, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to just tap the gas and the motherfucker will resume. So it's like you ain't really got to do nothing when you drive that motherfucker. It's gonna have adaptive cruise control. Obviously, it's gonna have side blinker indicators. Probably got blind spot awareness on it. All the best stuff, because the Fords now, they have that type of technology where it keeps you from going out the lane and stuff like that. This thing is just stupid loaded. Like I said, the rear seat's gonna have heated and cooled, and the rear reclining seats. It's probably actually gonna have a massage feature, because the fucking the Taurus now and the cars now have that. So it's probably gonna have the full massage seats, and a lot of them not just in the back, but they'll have it on your legs too. That thing's gonna be stupid loaded, and I don't know exactly what they're gonna probably price this thing at. You can get a Taurus. This thing probably be like 60, something like that. You'll be somewhere in the $60,000-$70,000 price range, probably somewhere around there, I think, because it's a Lincoln. And then they got the black label stuff, so you can actually go in there and get it tuned exactly how you want it. And I thought they was gonna have the ugly one-tone color like they did in the concept, but they didn't. They actually went with a little bit better. But it's gonna be a dope car. Once you see it on the street, you're gonna be like, damn. That's all it's gonna take. It's gonna take one person to get that motherfucker, and then all it's gonna take a second one is just gonna take the right person to throw that, do it right, do it clean. That shit gonna be all over. So that's that new joint. I'm trying to put y'all on something a little ahead. So if you looking for like a 7 Series, looking for, you know, if you're in the market for an A8, a 7 Series, you know, even if you're looking at like a G45 or something like that, what is that? If they still actually make those, or is it Q40? No, it might be a Q45 now with the Infinity. Basically, if you're looking for a luxury sedan, a bigger one, more on the flagship joints, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the A8s, the S-Class and stuff like that, man. Or you looking for like a Hyundai Equus or something like that, I would go with a Lincoln, to be honest with you. Or you on a Cadillac XTS, it's going to be right up there with it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be right up there with it. That thing, and it looks super clean. Like the interior just looks nasty. And it's going to be one of those things, it's the new car on the block. They really brought that back. Only thing I wish they would have did is kept 2 things. Kept that Lincoln symbol in the headlights, and would have kept the suicide doors. Because if you got the motorized doors like that with the E-latch, and you had to make that suicide, that means basically you hit the door, came up, stunting. That would have been stunting right there. You'd have popped them up and open, suicide doors. That's just another sign of, like, you know, fluency, opulence, all those other big words we want to use and shit. So, man, check it out, man. You do the research, you know what I'm saying? There's way more stuff on here. They just really debuted this joint at the Detroit Auto Show, and actually won the best car that debuted at the auto show. So they doing big things with that. There's a few of the things, but I ain't gonna dull you with that. Check out that Lincoln Continental. Trust me, if you're in this market for a luxury automobile, especially a sedan, you might want to check out that Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spending, you know, $120,000 on a Benz, you can spend about 60, 70, take another $40,000, $50,000, reinvest it, put it in your portfolio or some shit like that, and actually make some money on that at the same time. And like I said, Lincoln is a very tasteful brand, so you're still gonna get the curb appeal and the brand equity that you would get with a Benz, stuff like that. You can still pull up at the country club and still look just as good as you would, and probably turn more heads than you would in that S class. So something to keep in mind if you're in the market for that car, man. And shoot, if I find anything else popping about some new cars and shit, hey, come fuck with me.